Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are here taking a look at the ballet sector of Stage Fighter. This is the audition portion. We have groups A through D, rounds 2 and 3 uploaded, ready to go to be reviewed, and they're full cams, which I love taking a look at. We've already had a look and just subtle analysis of the concept shoot done for the ballet. I don't really recognize anybody, so I don't hopefully think that my choices are going to be based off of what I've already seen, but you never really know. I'm excited to look at the episodes once I can get my hands on an English subbed version, and I think without further ado, the best way to get started is to get started. Let's go. First up,
5, 4,
B plus.
3, 2,
Feels like the Hunger Games.
Go.
Goodness gracious. Oh my god. Nice. Beautiful switch. Oh my god. So I'm telling you out the gate, my stage left dancer, freaking killing it. His sautés, his beats, really nice. It's 1, 2, 3. I don't think it was an Asha Shakat.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay, so now looking at the concept shoot, it makes sense why this across the floor looks the way that it does. This is the first time I'm looking at it, but notice there's a couple things that you do end up seeing in the concept shoot, specifically for the soloist, the Devil Angel, and it is that double tour in a passe that you see at the tail end. Oh my gosh, this is so fun to watch. So if you don't know stage left and stage right, when I make that reference, in the concert space is when you really notice this. I'm referring to stage left is from the stage looking out to the audience, and it's the left side. And then stage right would be on the right side, and then you would have the upstage, you're going to go up, so this would be in the back, and then downstage, you're going to go down in the orchestra pit if you go any further. So that's how I remember it. So if you've always been curious, if you've watched my videos and I say stage right, stage left, that's what I'm referring to. Okay, so I'm telling you right now, this guy right here, Lord have mercy. Switch leap, incredible. Jeté, incredible. His sautés, so beautiful. Come on, here we go. They all start in a B plus, which is this position right here. I do find it interesting. It could just be how they do it. I'm normally used to avoiding crunching my toes in the back like that, but that could just be my neck of the woods and how we do it. But you have them all, you know, proper placed. It's more stylized in the upper body. I think it's super fun. They said go. Da, 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 da. So we go, really nice extension over on the side. Make sure that you have your core engaged. You can see with some of our guys right here, his extension is reaching more of that 90 degrees, which I would feel is it just kind of depends on what the instructor is asking for. Because whenever you learn across the floor, whenever you have somebody that is adjudicating you in some way, which I have no idea who the adjudicators are, I'm excited to learn more about that, you're going to encounter they have preferences of detail. So you're going to notice there's certain setups that they do. It could either tie into the method in which they learn, like I had mentioned Vaganova versus Shiketi earlier in a video. There's different like mannerisms or ways in which somebody can hold their carriage, but a lot of times you would see that more in bar work. But of course it'll translate in across the floor. It's an application of what you do at the bar. Just like whenever you work on fundamentals in a street style, that is in choreography, it should be an application of your fundamentals. That's why I'm very much in that ballpark, is because of the structure and how I was raised in the studio environment. So right here, you can just tell, I would say that his torso is not really engaged. His is, I mean, it's just, I feel like, if anything, out of form. You have the upper body that's nice and tasteful and engaged, not because of the physicality of it, but because of the positioning of it. And also, I like the hand. Everything is clear and readable and digestible, which I think is great. So right there from the top, let's go. Moving on from there, we go into a high fifth, and we end up just doing a little soutenu on the back end of it. Your preparations matter just as much, if not more, than your poses in which you hold yourself. Because if you have a really trashy prep but a gorgeous turn, the trashy prep is going to be something that people look at, and it's not showcasing consistency either. We're looking at literally everything in this. So one of my guys is choosing to hit the hip. Adjudicators are going to look for details. If they specifically gave them a position, they better hold that freaking position, right? So far, I mean, if anything, I can't tell you what it is because I haven't seen what the instructor does. We have to keep that in mind as well. Then we go And what did they end up doing? Yeah, and they just go and they just, I don't think it was a tenlia. Let me see. No, they just come up and they just bring it up. Then from here, tombe piroette. Notice how he sets it up. He has a different preparation, could be from the school he's in, whatever. I wonder if they were told tombe piroette, that's what this is. And then the prepping right here to a fourth. What we look at here is sometimes people end up doing a like mini plie before they go up, like a really quick bend, and that kills your turn, or it kills whatever you just set up in. So what we're looking at here is going to be how you're stacked, what type of releve do you have right now. We're just gonna stop it right here. All right, here's what we're looking at. Oh my gosh, this is so interesting. Just side note, this is really cool that I get to do this with ballet. I don't think I've really ever done it this deep with ballet on YouTube before. So if I'm making mistakes, forgive me. I'll pin you if you want to correct me. That's totally fine. Okay, so what we're looking at, see my guy right here, he's already catering his weight more towards the outside of the foot, and so that's going to cause him to fall over this way. My guy right here, look how stacked he is. Come on. He's also engaging the lats, and you can see that based on how he's holding his position. I would say his upper body, his carriage is nice. My guy over here, I can't really see him as well on this. It could be, I don't know. Rotations, I think, really matter. I'm assuming they were able to go on their dominant foot. Or one of my guys is highly dyslexic. I don't know. But I don't think he is. I really do think they were just told and across the floor. I don't know if it was demonstrated. That could be a very real thing, too. They were just given tombe piroette, you know, however many turns you feel for the amount of time you're given. So that's also been a thing, too. Because they also want to guess how fluent you are in the vocabulary of of your practice, right? So the turns, so my guy, I think he ended up falling out of it. Yeah, he didn't connect the passe either. Ooh, my God, and he ends up falling out, and you can tell because of the instability and how he finishes. That right there, oh my gosh. So even this, he chose when to come down. Those are moments that you look for. Your transitions matter a lot in those cases. How you sustain and suspend into the fall down from here. That's a sauté. And there's a nice little accent, little extra breath added to the tail end of it. So I would say some of it's going to come down to timing. Some of it's going to come down to your transitions, things like that. And then it goes into a glissade. And then right here, it's a double beat in the back. Boom, boom. And then we have to finish it out. And then right here, I was expecting a tour jeté, and that's not what happened. A tour is when you see them do that little turn. A jeté is a leap, so it's a turning leap. That's what that translates to. Then from here, they're going into their prep. Do not make your prep awkward. So far, they're doing pretty decent, but my guy right here is bodying it. This is like textbook example, how to freaking be sick. So we go, they hit. This is like a straight up across the floor. We love it. Cool. If anything, they would be like, reverse it. If you want to really make it a nightmare, you teach somebody across the floor, they said, okay, reverse it, and you just have no time to do it. You just got to do it. Then from here, so hop, and then they go and do a little glissade once again. Our prep, he goes, that's a jeté, really nice. And then we do another little glissade, so it's like to glide, but not like gliding, but like to glide. Glisser is how it's spelled, glissade. And then with some of our guys, he's able to do the skills, just it's awkward in the transitions is what I'm noticing for my guy here. He's different in the directions, so I don't know if they have a preference on that. And then the split leap is no, my God, not split leap, a switch leap. That is in the concept shoot, which is what we talked about. That's one of those key things they were probably looking for, which is another thing in the audition process. You have no idea what the adjudicators are looking for until they tell you, if they do. And so a lot of times they could be like, okay, in the concept shoot, maybe one of the choreographers is there, I don't know. And they know that there's going to be a switch leap in there. They know there's going to be double tour in there. So they're going to look at those specific things and turns, a la séquence, things like that, right? So they go, I really love that, how he presses through. I love his position. I love how he engages to lift. It's the lift about it. It doesn't feel forced. It feels like he's controlling every nook and cranny. And you want to have a sense of reliability when you watch your dancer, that you don't want it to feel like, this is a challenging skill for them. In ballet, it's meant to look easy, even though it feels like crap. Does that make sense? It is tiring. Just the stamina required for it is crazy high. And so you have to make it look like this is the easiest thing in the world, and it is not. Just for the fact that your feet can cramp up so hard just from bar work alone. So from here, there we go. That's my tour jeté. I was about to say, really nice. And so some of my guys were not fully lengthening through and pointing our feet, which I'm intrigued with the Korean dance. I don't know if that's required, but in ballet, you gotta point your feet. This isn't contemporary where it's like a choice. This has its own culture where that is like that's kind of like a taboo to flex your feet unless you're trying to be spicy and defiant. Anyway, so they go and they turn. So they go. It feels like they ended up dragging that passe down through to kind of create this nice little, I don't know if it's a soutenu. It was a very spicy way to do it. And they saute out of it. They're also looking for their hips and what their hip alignment is. So I think some of our guys, once again, it's a timing thing. So that's an assemblé, which is nice. And then it looked like 2 out of 3 guys had the arm. So I bet you it could just be either they shared a similar methodology, or my guy is just he's just relying upon his implicit lived knowledge and not calibrating to the space, and that could work against him, possibly. Or he's doing it right and these two are doing it wrong. I don't freaking know. Now this right here is, it feels like they mix petite allegro and grand allegro. Petite is like small jumps, and then grand is large jumps. So that's exactly what this is. It's just allegro. Yeah, cool. It's dope. Now these, I would say there's entrechat, entrechat, entras. There's just all the entras. I'm not gonna be able to itemize it for you right now because in my head there's sautes, which is swing switch, and then you have like a, oh my gosh, entrechat, entrechat, entrechatois, and then there's like a super saut. So there's a lot of different names for it. I can't be able to itemize it for you right now, but the fact that they're being asked to do these right after doing all of what they did, ooh, Lord. There we go. 1 beat, beat, beat. So they're doing 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, and you have to keep your thighs engaged with a switch on that. So that's really nice, and pointed feet, of course. And they're looking at your plie after. So how you jump up, boom, boom, boom. How many times you beat, the clarity of it, and then how you land. So that's what they're looking at there. Then from here, that's just soutenu, and then they've ended up taking. It wasn't a lame duck. That's extended up. They ended up just. There's a lot of like baby stylized choices coming out of this. Yeah, that preparation's really nice. So it feels like he has. Honestly, this is kind of a great example. I have a feeling they may pick him for this reason. Because look, he's doing the legs that he's doing. He's doing the arms that he's doing. But neither of these guys are doing both like he is. So yeah, it's so fascinating. From here, go up. Then we do those are chenets, and then we go into a. We end up doing a pique. There's a chance we do those are chenets into a pique, into a double tour with a passe, and then we do a nice stylized finish, which is nice. Love it. He freaking bodied it. I would be shocked if he is not in the finals. Let's freaking go. Oh yeah, I guess that is right here. Boom. Kam Gyong Ho. Incredible, sir. Okay, so that was round. We're gonna stick to the second rounds first. So let me actually drag that. Cool. Whoops, what am I doing? Oh, bless it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I had all these itemized, and then we're gonna figure it out. Okay. So that's the second round A. Second round B. Here we go. So we're on this one.
5, 4, 3.
So now, I'm not gonna be as long-winded on this one, because it's just already kind of talked through everything. But now you know what to look for. Tombe, pas de piroette, prep, turn. Look for stability. Da 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 da. Beautiful. Nice. Little switch. One of my guys didn't do it. That's life. It happens. That can cost him though. Ballet auditions are like that. If you do one thing wrong, you're screwed. If somebody else nails it, you better freaking nail it, is what that is. Timing feels off. Everybody's doing something off on the timing, whether the arms or something like that.
1. Stop.
Okay, yeah. So to me, there's no one that stuck out like that textbook example, like what we had mentioned from our very first group that we figured out who it was.
5.
Okay.
4. 3.
Cool.
2,
I still got it, everybody. I can figure it out with some street dance choreo, but man, I feel good about being able to do this with ballet. It really feels like I'm paying tribute to my lived, studio growing up Jess. Younger Jess would be proud of me. I'm trying, girl. Okay. So then a B+, you could tell with some of our presentation, that's whatever. So go the extend. Nice. I would say timing. One of my guys is a little off. These two are together. So a lot of times you go off a common denominator. Or if you're on time, you make it look like this timing is yours. So they go present. One of my guys are right here on the hip. Others for the present out. Then the tombe, pas de piroette, those look fine. But also some of them look down on the ground, which I found interesting. The turn, the preparation felt a little bit off. It felt very rushed. And so for me, I like being able to see what's going on. Passes, some of our passes aren't connected. They go up sauté, and then right there, his glissade had no extra, like, little oomph to it. So I found that interesting. He looked like a Giselle over the side, which is fun. And then we do a little beat, which is nice. And from here, they walk around. Then they go, not pomme pas de bourrée, into a jeté, into a switch. He doesn't do it. He just does an ensemble. That cost him. And my guy right here didn't have a clean finish in his split leap. Boom, boom. Part of it is the leap portion. Like the split is the actual dynamic about it, and then you have to have that accent on the tail end. And they go and they present da 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 da. I think that was supposed to be like a nice little punctuation. It feels like we rush. It really feels like we're just doing it across the floor, not performing. They're looking for performers, and especially if you're going in Group B, there's a chance that you may not get selected if you're not on it like Group A, unless they're picking somebody from each group. Then just be better than the people next to you. I'll show you of everybody. See my guy right here. Shakes out in a good way. There are some awkward parts though. So my timing is just off with my guy over here still. And we go, and then, ooh, okay then. So we go do a little, just soutenu. He leaps. The leaps are all different. I don't know who's right, so I can't tell there. He ends up doing a double in his ensemble. I don't know. Sometimes if you add extra stuff like that, that can cost you because you don't know how to follow directions. There's little things like that too. Don't quite know. Also, I would want a side cam on these, and you can really see a little bit more here how much extra like space they're giving their beats. It needs to be tight and precise. So that's a very interesting thing there. So the hops there, yeah, my guy in the back, he's unfortunately, it's just not clean lines. I would say the feet out of the three, my preference is going to be my guy right here. So I don't know what they're looking for. For me, I'm not looking for anything. I'm just trying to help explain the what ifs on who could be picked and why. There they go. They come out of it when my guy does a hand, they do a hand, and he doesn't. So I wonder if that was a stylized choice, because I would find it interesting that we have so much artistic freedom, like not artistic freedom, but like we are gonna just do what we want when we're specifically told what to do. I don't know. So chaînés, we go hit, and then double tour, and we finish, and we, cool. But my guy, what I find interesting too, I'm not used to this kind of finish. I'm saying that's really, really stylized. I'm used to this kind of finish. Okay, cool. So out of anybody, I mean, I think I'll say I wouldn't expect my guy right here to make it in. But would I be surprised if any of these guys made it to the end? And I don't know. My Group A guy is the front runner right now, so I would expect him to be the one that is going to be taking one of the top 2 spots. All right, we got Group C. Who we pick it from this one?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Already unstable in my back corner. Tombe, pas de bourrée. Ooh. I like the stability of it, but it felt like he had to force himself to stop. And look at my guy in the back corner, or in the back. Okay. Okay, not too bad. This choreo does not match the music nearly as well, so it's hard to make stylized choices. Oh, we had a little accent pop in the back. Okay, that's life. It happens, you know. It's okay. It's okay, my guy. But yeah, that could probably have cost him that audition just from that. And the very beginning too, you notice how he moved into it. There was a little instability in the standing leg. They're looking from the jump right here. Honestly, they're looking at you when you enter in the room. They're already looking, and they're already typecasting. Now, look at the head direction, too. I don't know if stylized choice or what. So we look. Nice presentation. Right there. If you notice that, notice his standing leg. That, because he ended up turning it in, and that's how you can tell he's off his balance. Then from there, we go into a soutenu. And we add all these little extra steps into there. We look at that too. Yeah, all of them did. So we had an instability on the standing leg, and then he had these little extra steps in his soutenu. Soutenu was a boom, and we rotate. That's it. And then we move on with our next step. So for me, that's always like when you see people make these super micro weight shift adjustments, the only, I would say not only, but one of the very few cases would be if you're doing bourrées, where you see the really quick feet. But that's not what that is. So that's why that would be a no given there. They present up. I do think this group is a little bit more cohesive compared to this B group. I feel like it was just really unclear what the proper timing was because it was so different and there wasn't anybody who had that star quality standout. But I do know we have different tiers of individuals, so maybe I was able to help in some way with that. So we go and we present tombe, pas de bourrée, and he ends up stepping and then he preps versus tombe, pas de bourrée, and you rest into the plie into it. Now, some of the things I'm saying could just be off of my personal lived experience and my own personal teachers and what they wanted for me, not what the general standard of ballet is. So keep that in mind too. I'm going off of an empathetic, lived across the floor. I've been in the room. I'm not in this room, but I've been in a room where you got to do this, and it's just I'm looking at this with you guys can do this. So, anyways, remember in our prep. So we're gonna be looking right here. I would say connection. Some of us we're just playing this hovering game right here. Now, is that just the way that men do it? I don't think so. I mean, we normally connect our passe because the more space you have, it's not going to be consistent. We're all wanting to be efficient and consistent. Of course, turned out feet. Saute. I'll show some of our guys when they sauteed. It felt like our carriage was kind of hinged over a smidge. And then we have our beach. He overcrossed my guy right here in the front. Right there, and we go and we turn, we present, here we go. So I would say my guy right here in the back, he doesn't have as much flexibility as some of our other members that we're seeing, and like this jeté choice, but I really like his composure. So if anything, his flexibility would probably be a note that he gets, and his instability in the beginning and the ending, but I really like his overall composure as he executes across the floor. So if you were like naturally digging my guy in the back, that could be why, but some of our guys have great flexibility, but just not control over it, which is a really big thing in like naturally flexible dancers. Sometimes when they get the wrong teacher, and they focus on the wrong things, like go be more flexible, and they don't add strength behind it, you're gonna get injured, and it's gonna not feel strong because it's not. So I'm not saying any of them inherently have that. I was saying my guy over here had a pretty decent, well, it was decent, but he hopped out of it, didn't he? Oh yeah, he did a little hop. So he's my hopper over here, because we've seen it twice now where he's just hopped out of things. So we go and present, but then even there too, if you listen to music, I don't freaking know. Anyway, into your tour jeté. Fine, and then some of us chose to walk, some chose to chasse. Then we go and we turn. That I don't think was any form. It was just too much of a mix of our soutenu out of that. Didn't feel clarity. You want it to be readable, digestible. Hit over ensemble, and there's your beat. So, and then some of us, I mean, how we hold. I mean, I guess it's more subjective. This is a subjective art. Let's just call it what it is. They go, what up, our chaînes, double tour, and we finish. Control in the end. What he did is the equivalence of like hopping after landing in gymnastics vault is what that was. I hadn't really seen anybody do that, which I find interesting, but hey, that happens. He finished, he held it, we're here for it. Do I see any of these guys being like a star swan? I don't. But I do think that they have a higher chance of getting in the second tier compared to the Group B. Okay, Group D. Can you chime?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now there's presenting. Oh, come on! We got stage right coming in hot right now. Ooh. Whoa! But none of them did a switch sleep. Or that's maybe one of them did. It's being very simple. That felt very simple. Great form.
2, 1, stop.
Okay. There's one thing I need to check. So right here, my standout's my guy right here, but he ended up, there was some he did not do. He didn't do the switch leap. I don't think did any of them? That's the jeté, right? He did the switch leap, right over here on stage left. He didn't. Why didn't you do it? he had such great composure too. Yeah, so if you look right here, I really love how he holds himself. It looks great so far. I mean, I think he's sticks out to me too in a great way as well. If how you stand naturally has eyes drawn to you, that's a good thing, you know, and in the sense of like your composure, you look ready to go, you're prepared. It looks like he started a little early. I don't know. Yeah, presentation is fine. I mean, look at that extension. Come on. Now that right there is a difference between the group 1 guy and then my guy right here. This was he can hold that no problem, but also was he following directions? I don't know. Shoots new. We go and we present. He does a different arm too, and then we have our hands up. Yeah, so my guy right here ended up doing, you know, this choice, which is really nice. Tombe pas de bourrée. Double. Ooh. Yeah, my guy right here is standing out in a really good way too. I think there's just a lot of flexibility here, which is cool. This guy has a lot of control. So we're looking at, this is why, I think that's why the across the floor is structured this way, because you have to have control. You have to understand how to carry in your transitions. You have to be able to showcase your flexibility, your power, your competency in turning and spotting, and how you can, delegate your stamina as well. So from here, your saute looks really nice as well. And I would say his little prep right before he goes into this little beat in the back. And when I say beat, I'm going like hit. It did feel like he overcrossed it too. And then we finish. But he has a lot of composure coming out of his choices, which is really nice. He doesn't feel like a firecracker like my guy over here does, right? And then he hits up, yeah, which is nice. And then from there, he goes into the switch leap. So I feel like he could be a contender to be selected because he's showcasing great control over everything, and he's, you know, pacing himself. But my guy right here is also, he's doing a good job, but he didn't do that switch leap. Come up, we run. I do feel, yeah, I think my note for my guy over here, just what it feels like, is that as he's transitioning out, what's the word? He's like, it's like he's about to run to go throw his energy, but it's controlled and it's cool. I think that's the thing, is it just feels very, not predictable, but it is something that that it does take me a smidgen out of the elegance of their choices, if that makes sense. So they go and they present, he comes up, nice little soutenu, and they go. So yeah, even there he goes, boom, he keeps it together and then separates. And then they assemble, he ends up doing a double, like little, I wonder if they were able to do an ensemble, but like double it up or add a beats to it. But then they go triple undershot. We turn out of it, nice. Maybe it was a lame duck, no? See, this chart is fascinating to me because I've seen it. So they go, boom. Ooh, I won't figure it out, hold on. So we're here, we step onto it. So it's like a chaîné, and then we pick up the back foot into a passe. There's probably a name for it. It's not a lame duck. It's probably it's like you're going into like you're about to start chaînéing, and then you pick it up into a piqué. But this is a chaîné right there, and then they pick it up at the end again to kind of make it like a little just pick up, like a piqué. And they do a double tour into your finish. So I would say like these two guys I can see in like that, you know, small group selection or something like that. I don't know. My guy in the middle, unfortunately, I mean, if you're, some of his choices, he doesn't have pointed feet. As you could tell, look at that flex foot. Ooh. Yeah. And then here, like, it's the type of preparation that I think is like my really big note on that. So if I'm being completely honest, the only one that stuck out in a phenomenal way is my guy in group A. So we're gonna see how it goes. So I have these little round threes, so I guess they eliminated one person each. So we're gonna just go right here and we're gonna figure it out. So this is round 3, group A.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, it's different. It's different. What is it? His double tours. Lord have mercy. Here we go. Beautiful turning jetés. Come on. Come on. Oh my God.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He said, oh, you need a double tour? Tombe pas de bourrée. Double. So this is technically, it's our improvisation. Or it's not, and this is just what they're supposed to do. He is left side dominant. That's why he reverses everything. So, okay. This is a completely separate combination.
2, 1, stop.
Okay. So the benefit of him being able to do it on the left side, or he's left side dominant, is that if there's two roles and they want to mirror it, that works great. But most people are going to be right side dominant, but they turn on their left, but it's the right leg in passe. Okay. I totally thought we were doing improv. No. Some people do improv like this, if that tells you anything. Okay. So that's not what we're doing. Let's go ahead and figure this out. We're in B+. So this is, I guess, I wonder if they learn both, and then if they are in the finals, they get to do the second choreo. I don't know. Go. So this right here, tombe, pas de bourrée, into a double tour. And then we go and reset, so how we went about it was fine. And then we go double tour, but different arm position, different leg position. Then he hits tombe pas de bourrée, and into another double tour. Good control on the tail end. Honestly, you see that done 3 times. People are like, oh my god, why are they doing it 3 times? Have you seen the Esmeralda variation with a freaking tambourine? Pa! She freaking does just a développé, pops that tambourine probably about 15 times, I'm telling you. So variations are repetitive as to no end, but that's what makes them so captivating, is the fact that you have to make it look just as controlled the first time as you do it the third time. This is a test of stamina on very specific skill sets in ballet, is what these come across as. And this is a variation. This is like a variation right here. So they go down. It's just a turning, that is a turning jeté. Very nice. And what they're looking at, notice his front leg, he's not developing it, he's jeté. It's not a turning développé, it's a turning jeté, so it's a straight leg. So that's what they're looking at there, is can they get their hips aligned? Are they able to spot to create the circle? Because this is something you see a lot of times with male solos in variations that they do. Over really nice pointed feet, winged out foot, good control on the tail end. And they go, finish a nice little piqué on the finish, chanés. He picks up into another freaking double tour to finish. Double tours are freaking, hard to do, as many as you just saw. Doing one as hard as you saw in the initial auditions. And then not only that, you have to make the last one look just as good as the first one and not be dizzy. Some people are like, how are they not dizzy? If you're not training your head to spot, not only that, some people struggle to spot because they have this subtle tilt whenever they rotate. It could just be stiffness of your back sometimes, or shoulders. If their head's tilted, their body's going to also tilt. It's a subconscious thing, and that's just what happens wherever you're spotting is where your body's going to want to go. That's how I was taught about it when it comes to spotting, so that's why it's important in ballet or in dance in general. That's why you see dancers do it, and figure skaters, I don't think they don't spot. Very rarely do they. So he's freaking phenomenal. I see him being one of the two. Honestly, I see him being top spot. So right here, great start so far. No, the type of posture to the back, which is interesting. He goes and presents. He says, all right, here we go. Turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He gets a little bit off, like that one right there. So he got off on one of them. It could be because he went too far out. I don't quite know, but he's consistent. Comes up, which is nice. 2 chanés, and then he does double tour at the end. A little bit tricky on the tail end of that. Oh! I didn't even see them both do it together.
3, 2, 1.
What are we doing here?
Go.
A la seconds. Here we go. You want to avoid traveling. These are a la seconds turns. You end up seeing them. Good spot. Good spots. Wow. He turns out of it. We're seeing how many they can do. After all of that. He's still going. What's better to do in these situations is do less and not try to do more and make him sloppy. Because that's exactly what just happened right here. Is he made his a la seconde sloppy. Because what happened, let's just talk about, that's so cool. Oh man. So fascinating. Okay, we got to go back to here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And you can't look tired. Because at the end of the day, the adjudicators don't care. I hate that. I care about them as humans. That's me. I have the privilege of doing that. But adjudicators, they don't have that privilege. They're like, okay, so preparation, we're here. He's got speed. He's got power. For me, I have a music ear, so I want to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I think they're just doing what they're told. They're like, probably go as long as you can. This is the pacer test. They're strong and consistent. So far, they're doing pretty good. They're also looking at how much you travel, because if you travel, that means that your weight is dropping to different parts of your foot, and it's causing your momentum, like you're resetting instead of going down up. You want it to be like you're spinning like a top. So look, even there, so he ends up turning. He should have stopped, but he kept going. And he comes up, he floats it, and then he's still going. And that right there, and notice he's turning on his foot because he's getting tired and fatigued, rightfully so. It's crazy. And he goes and finishes.
2, 1, stop.
I wonder if they had to do all the set cons the entire freaking time, and that's why he was fighting for the end. Can that work in this favor? Maybe. I don't know what the schema of what these judges are looking for. Are they looking for things that normal ballet judges look for? Maybe. Or maybe they are looking for whatever Mnet's politics have them look for, like their body type. I don't freaking care about that as much, but but some ballet schools do. That's still a very real thing. So maybe he feels a smidgen disappointed because he didn't finish it like my other guy did. I mean, it is what it is, but he freaking bodied it. Like this dude right here, incredible. Okay, here we go. Kim Tae-sok, John Tae-hoon. Remember, I don't know who made it. I bet your bottom dollar if my first guy made it, that's for sure. I just don't know who the second one is.
5, 4.
He's ready.
2,
I'm ready to watch.
1, go.
Tombe, pas de bourrée, double, fun. Whee! Ooh, fell out of that a smidge. Ooh, and it feels like it feels very, what is it? Very weighty. Turning jete, boom, boom, boom. Oh, back one's a little tricky.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh,
1,
oh,
go.
that was spicy of a finish. Pas de bourrée. Okay. It was a feet thing. Boom, boom, boom. Back leg. He's losing momentum on that. Boom, boom. Turn,
2,
double. So my first guy didn't complete it, but he did. Okay, so I guess if anything with all these guys here, like, let me see. Oh, I'm still just having a lot of fun. This is ballet we're looking at. I love, can I just say I really like his smile. Don't lose that smile, sir.
1, go.
His prep. He just like Tombe, pas de bourrée. Like he adds this little oomph to get up. Versus Tombe, pas de bourrée into it. Like it feels like he's interrupting the phrase with this extra plie out of it. That right there. He's like, I gotta get my height in. And that, he's running like he's got somewhere to be is what it feels like. It feels very labored. And that's a big note. Like you want it to not look labored. And I think that's my big note for my guy here. Turning side stays is fine. Hip alignment, I think it's decent. He missed it on that one. Boom.
5, 4.
And I don't think he didn't go fast enough. So he didn't have good time management on it. So now from here, he does a fun stylized skill to finish on the end. I love his charisma in that. That can work possibly in his favor, but he didn't technically finish the combo.
Go.
My next guy did, but we missed the first one, so I can't measure that. But notice he's lifted. I think that could be because if they're given this extra plie, that's fine. I think part of it could just be that my first guy just feels like it's very weighty and very laborious to get up. And that's just how he's sitting in it, I honestly think. So, not to be right, because look, he's lifted the whole time. He has full control over it, like it's nothing, like, okay, let's hike it up there. And that tail end there, he kind of, it was a little bit off there on the end. And side note, the ballet symbol looks like Netflix. Turning jeté. Boom. I think his back leg, I think, is fine. But then he keeps, you know, he lifts it a little bit more versus equal traveling across. Because that's something you want to keep in mind. And they go and they do a little, you know, piqué out of it. Chenets are nice. Double into a finish. Look at them. They're like rooting for him in the corner. I vibe with that. Love that. Here we go. It always feels like my guy on stage left is always like, here we go. All right, good luck, guys. We got this.
Go.
How he's traveling a lot, my guy on stage, right? The floats. Were they supposed to have the float? Come on! My guy on stage left. Whoa! Whoa!
Stop.
Wow! He was the closest one to do that. Wow! Stability. Notice he didn't really move from a spot, but my guy over here did. And his prep felt off too. Like when he plied and the placement of the leg was interesting.
Go.
Yeah, he lifts here versus, oh my goodness, yeah. So notice here, my guy right here, he's gonna plie in the corner and then you float at the top. Lift, lift. But notice he has his hips fine, but where he's plieing, it's just wherever his leg is, not in like a rhythmic situation. So that to me, I just find so fascinating is how he's actually doing his turns compared to here. That would be how you would normally see in all I can't done. And you're going to notice that he's traveling, and part of it's because he's carrying his weight more towards the outside ball of the foot, and that's going to, you know, cause the weight to want to go that way. So they're looking for consistency of your weight, where it's being placed and how you're stacking. Boom. There's also this pulse. I feel like we can at least like recognize and use that to pace ourselves. So we end up hitting it there, and then so we end up floating, which was nice. Hit, 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 hit. This attitude is freaking cussing gorgeous. Like that is so pretty. And then he ends up going into that, but then he hops it right there. He hobbles it right there. So I think you are supposed to fight to the end. So I guess in Group A, one of my guys didn't finish, so he did a DNF on that. But I think that could have been the right call, if I'm being honest, because the guy that he was with, he struggled through the whole thing. So for me, I don't know what's going to weigh heavier. Is quality of knowing like stop while it's good, or go to the end, but it just got sloppier and sloppier. Yeah, so now he's starting to hop around. Woo, and then they turn, yeah, and he fumbled that in, and then we finished. Da-dun. Whew. They're like, cool. So I honestly, from his turns, he's probably one of the best that has done the turns. I mean, we've only seen 2 groups, and he's in the second one. But I still think my first guy that I said in Group A freaking killed it. So that, yeah, he's my standout there on that end. But then the flexibility of the other guy was really nice. So I really could just, if I'm being honest, it really could just be a preference thing where it feels very laborious to me when it comes to my preference and when I watch a male dancer. But that doesn't inherently mean that he's doing something wrong. I'm just trying to figure out different reasons as to why there could be, what kind of feedback they could possibly get, you know, as somebody who's giving feedback. All right, here we go. Next group.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ah, come on. Look at his hips.
5, 4.
He also didn't do the chenets.
Go.
He knows he's fatigued too. Come on. Yeah, okay, that's better. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we go Chenet. I'm assuming maybe 12?
1.
He survived more than the other guy.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Pray for him. Here we go.
Go.
Oh, okay. One of my guys is gonna get gassed. Look how fast he's going. He's not taking care of himself. Or maybe this is either his specialty or what? He's starting to fall though. Don't, oh, we're getting close. Oh, we're getting close. Okay, good. There we go, there we go. Oof. Oof.
Stop.
They fall out of it. It's really fun. Okay, sorry, I know it's a high stress environment, but hey, I'm sitting in my office. It's life. All right.
4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
We ended up floating on the first one. Personally, I want somebody to just go on tempo. That's just like a dream for me, but I know they are not thinking about that. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I'd say both of them, it's a weight thing, like where they're placing their weight, or like how whenever they're plieing, boom, they're ending up like chugging it a little bit. But my guy, you can see he's traveling so much, and this is why you want to avoid traveling, because look, they almost collided, and it would have been on my guy on stage left. He's holding it down way better. But you see what I mean? People are getting close. People are getting close. Right, like that's me. And then look, he ends up turning out of it on a flat foot. And then he's still going. That one was better. And then he turns, but he didn't technically turn to finish either. And I know I don't think I went back to talk about, so let me go ahead and out of courtesy, do that. Okay. Tombe, yeah. Here, it's fine. Double tour. First one was fine. Tombe pas de bourrée. Now, of course, there's going to be like every nook and cranny could always be corrected and refined. I'm doing overview here, okay? So I'm not like some of my colleagues that do what I do, but in a different field. Does that make sense? I'm doing overview here. So I'm looking at plie and just basic fundamentals of ballet. That right there, I don't know what was going on. I feel like his foot got caught, something along those lines. And we go up, boom. And that right there, he fell out of it. I like the fact he didn't give up. No one gave up so far. Turning right here, you notice first one was fine, but that one right there, you can, for me, I don't know if he has experience doing these. Because also how he's doing his arms as well, that he doesn't have his arms in the correct position with this type of rotation you have going in. And his hips are off too. So for me, that cost him. If nothing else did, that right there did. Double right there. And he didn't do the chaîné too. And they present, stylized finish. He bows. They went, that right there. I'm shocked he did as many all seconds as he did, considering what I just saw here. Double, boom. Nice. Tombe pas de bourrée. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Timing suspension off, but I feel like none of this really caters to the timing to begin with. That's life. 1, 2. These look nice. 4, 5, 6. His arms, I'm assuming one of his shoulders are slightly more raised than the other, so that'll be my note there. Boom. Good, and then he does a little pique, chaînés, and then he lifts the leg, double tour to finish. Cool. Then we have the a la secondes. I've kind of already touched on these and the falling out of it and everything, right? Yeah, big note on that. Cool. So out of the two, I can see him being a contender, tier 2, maybe, I don't know, but okay, cool. Last group.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, okay. How he freaking... He's stable in his pliés. He knows how to land. That last one was a little off, but it's life. Okay, come on. Turning. Ha. 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 For me, what's so fascinating...
3, 2, 1.
So we took out the chaîné in order to finish on time. Turning, boom, 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 boom. His front leg is more higher than his back leg, so he would want to really think about lengthening that back leg to the back wall to lift it, because you don't want it to look off like that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my god, are we on tempo? My guy right over here, stage right. Ah! Come on! On tempo! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! Ah! Yes! Yes! Oh Lord!
3, 2, 1, stop.
Winner of the A La Seconds goes to my guy. Look at that! Yeah. Oh my god! Goes to my guy on stage right. This dude right here. This mother trucker. Okay, come here. Wow. Okay, he has flexibility. Cool. Awesome. Flexibility really helps enhance lines. You don't inherently have to have it to be a dancer. I really don't have flexibility. But in order to do some of these skills in a competitive sense, having a high flexibility and a high strength really can work in your favor. He's a great example of that. Let's talk about the A La Seconds first. What did I say? I would love to see somebody stay on tempo, and I wonder if that's what they were supposed to do. He is the only person out of everyone, every single person, to do it on tempo. Yes, sir, to that. I was so worried about this guy. I didn't even watch my guy over here. Okay. Lord have mercy.
2,
And he was stable. He didn't travel as far as others did, so that was cool. There. Boom. Boom. So right here, what we're looking... God. Oh my God. I have to focus on my other guy, but yes, he's killing. Y'all just watch stage right. Boom. Boom. You're looking at hip alignment. Oh my God. Oh, his attitudes, his back attitudes were gorgeous. Like, Lord have mercy. And then my guy right here, I kind of feel like he's plieing, or as he's getting off, he's just letting his body float until he's ready to plie. So he's not really being conscious of time. My guy right here is. And so for me, as a musicality head, that really matters. And then he ends up hopping right out of it and he turns to finish. Boom. They're exhausted. But let's actually, one more time before we actually go and look at these. Whew, Lord.
1, go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's just doing a little bit of 8. 1, 2. There we go. That's better. Yep. 4, 5, 6, 7, 16. 1. Then he does double back attitude. He does 2, and then another double back attitude, and the second one was just as freaking clean as the first one. That's dope. That's the same thing as whenever you see them do all their double tours. What are we looking at? He's still going. Those are just as clean as his first ones. I would say he's traveling a little bit more, you can tell. He's connecting the passe. Thank you, sir. Strong finish. Detrine out of it. Come on, Shanae, Shanae, Shanae. We ain't losing slack off of how freaking sick a Shanae can be. It can be stoic and beautiful. Awesome. So I see these little like cams right here. Technique, parkour, physical and technique, audition, solo cam. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. You guys got to see that. Okay. Awesome. Now I need to go back and actually see, like, in the concept shoot, who took it. Like, who are my top 2? I do think my guy in A, he was consistent on all the other fronts, and he really stuck out in a great way, which does help in that sense. He may be Devil Swan. I could totally see him pull an Angel Swan out of everybody. Those would be my 2. Yes, I saw the little solo cam thing, but his turns alone, yo, that speaks in and of itself. If you're the only person who can freaking kill it like that, that amounts to something. Okay, right here from the top. So it is a tour, it is a double tour sequence. Tombe, pas de with the preps. Boom. He has very stable finishes, which is nice. So we have high fed. No, this is third? This is third, right? Presentation, boom. Turning jetés, looks fine. I do think he needs to lengthen or like point that front foot a little bit more. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. And then, yeah. The finish could have been better. Tombe pas de bourrée. Boom, finish nice. Tombe piroette. Ooh, falling out. Yeah, he didn't complete the rotation. That was better. Present. Boom. Here we go. Ha, ha. 3, 4. So look at the front leg. It's a little bit higher than the back leg, so that would be my note there. 10. So 10. Chaînés, pick up on the end, double tour to the finish. Freaking majestic AF. Oh my god. That was, I'm still thinking about his a la sequence. Those were gorgeous. Got the receipts pulled up. Here we go. We're looking at the first places. I think 2 out of 3. We got pretty on the money. Alright, I didn't get to see him in bar work. We're not gonna have the privilege of it. It's like an hour-long class of HE double hockey sticks. Okay. Nice. These are just slow-mo cams. Ooh. He's dope AF. Kyung Ho. That switch sleep is, makes my heart sing. Come on now. The turns, fun. Look at his connected passe. Thank you. Look at the other ones and how they're not and they fall out of them. Right. So we're showing. Honestly, too, there is still areas that need to be refined, but whatever, you know, that's life. Look at how tight that is. Look at the inner thighs engaged. Come on now. So it's what? A la sequence. What is it? Kang Yong Ho. Nice. Turning jetés were gorgeous. So yeah, he's taking the top spot for me. Stuck out right out the gate. These are so fun. Who needs idle fan cams when you can just watch them? Okay, Under Armour, get your bag. Fun little like slow-mo build. Sweet. All right, second. Who's my guy here? They said this is from C Group. Min Kwan. Also, a big factor I don't have in this, I don't know how they did in bar work. Ooh, beautiful. That's gorgeous. Love that. Did you see how pretty that beat beat? Very nice. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The beat beats are nice there. The little shikot. His preps are nice. Very nice. I think his group that he went in didn't feel the same as the A group, where you had a huge outlier and then the other two were like holding on a smidge. His had some pretty competitive people in it. I'm gonna be honest with that. Connected passe, everyone. Shocker. Guys, that goes a long way. I'm telling you. Connect your freaking passe. Yeah. That was nice. Just his back leg. Ending fairy. Fun. And then my next guy is our a la sequence winner. Yeah, bingo freaking sir. Come on. Kim Yu-chan. He's got flexibility for freaking days, sir. Gorgeous. Ugh. Makes me so mad how good that was. It was so nice. Look at that. What do all three have in common? I don't know. High releves. I don't know. Connected passes. I mean that sarcastically. Like, I know that. Sautés, gorgeous. Follow through transitions are really nice and beautiful. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Winged out foot at the tail end. We love it. Da 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 da. Ooh, that finish. Yeah. Give that man a golden sticker and a... Oh, but look at that. That's interesting. Oh, then they got fixed. Okay. Yeah, you see that hop right there? Slow-mo cams tell all. He's also pushing his, you look at his hips. Yeah, that right there. He hits his hips in order to maintain that angle with the alignment. Interesting. When he hits, boom. Instead of... He does this little extra tucking. Huh. Fascinating. You bodied that, sir. The slow little look up. Now, the real question is, out of those three, who were the top two? We all know Group A. I think he took double spot. So that was the first. I will say, let me think. Okay, so I'm going to go with Kang Kyung-ho as my first place. Kim Yoo-jun has fan-freaking-tastic a la second turns. Also Shin Min Kwon, his overall form was really, really nice to watch. So I don't know which out of the two it could have gone down to bar work or just the overall who they're looking for in essence that would vibe well with Kang Kyung-ho. I don't know, but we're gonna actually go back to the concept video, and we're gonna look to see whose names are where. All right, moment of truth. Who took it? Let's see. Kang Kyung-ho. Cool. And then, okay. Got it now. Okay, Angel Swan. This is a compilation of multiple facets of the audition. It is not solely off of the excerpts that we watched. That makes more sense. But Kang Kyung-ho, super dope. He freaking bodied on the concept shoot. He did great. And then I am looking forward to seeing the others in different facets and all of that. That's super cool. Guys, this is so cool. How I get like this immediate like knowledge of who's in the concept shoots after watching the auditions, but this is really cool. I think I guess the biggest surprise is my guy right here, because he wasn't one of the winners of the other technique stuff, so there could be other things that happened in the audition process that kind of brings it up to this, but not a surprise really after seeing the auditions, at least him being in the upper ranks for just his overall like prowess and how he executes. So freaking cool. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope I was helpful in some way. Whenever I'm tackling a style, well, let's say I don't actively, like, heavily dive in the vocabulary, terminology, and culture of in comparison to other cultures and styles, I tend to not know if I'm actually being helpful, but I do know a lot of you guys that follow me are dance enthusiasts or people who are dancers of different fields and niches, and some of you are finally like, yes, I get to flex my ballet training for once. I would love to hear from you. I want to have a fantastic discussion, not just on YouTube, but on Patreon. I have a free chat you can join that's going to go over all the deets with me about the episodes and about the video excerpts that we watch, and everything's going to be full screen and not cut to this really small gross cut that I have to do for YouTube. So if you want to really see every nook and cranny of tackling the analysis videos that are full screen are going to be free on Patreon. I still don't know about the episodes. I just got to get a hold of one to really know what the logistics of that's going to be on whether or not I can make it free or paid. We'll find that out together, but I'm very much looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys. If you've never been with me before, I have taken a look at all of the Street Fighter franchise of the show, as well as Street Fighter Vietnam that's going on right now. And so with Stage Fighter, this is so fun and a different like facet of the Mnet kind of structure, and just being able to talk through different things I never really get to talk through is really fun for me. So yeah, you guys know me, I know you. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.